Hello everyone and welcome to the first in what will be a number of videos all based around GTA Online's content creator. My intention is to make a number of high quality races with this, and each video that I put up will showcase that race and any others that I may find interesting made from other people. So this is the first race that I created and it goes by the name of Kings of Los Santos. The description is: so you work at the Life Invader offices and need to get to Los Santos Customs and back in your lunch break? Why not invite a few friends along to make things more interesting? Inspired by the Drag Kings track from GTA 4, and that's where I initially got the idea to make this track, and I had it sort of in mind and I knew exactly where I wanted it to go before the creator even came out, which is why I've been able to get this video up so quickly. As a note on that, I have actually postponed some of the videos that I was going to upload this week just for this one video, but normal service will resume from next Saturday onwards. So here we are, this is Kings of Los Santos, and that's where the trigger is to start the mission, just on the grass there. And when you're choosing your cars in the lobby screen, that's where the cars are. So this is the start line, and it's a full 16 car race, and you know, banks of 2 all the way back. And there's no reason why it shouldn't be 16 cars really, you know, there's plenty of space on this track, and it does make it a lot more interesting, as you'll see. So the start line is just to the left of the Life Invader offices, and as you can see there, the last few checkpoints are just to the right, but we will come on to that. So from the start, it's basically a drag race all the way down this road. There's no reason to brake, there's no reason to lift off the throttle, it's just full throttle all the way down to here. Then you get to checkpoint 5, and that's going to be your first real turn. So you turn right there, and then you also turn right at checkpoint 6. Then you go straight along, just ignore checkpoints 10 and 11 for now, and you get to checkpoint 7. So you turn right here again, and go along this little stretch of road to checkpoint 8, where you turn right once again. Then you turn right again at checkpoint 9, and go past Los Santos Customs, which I'm sure everyone has been to at some point in the game. Then you turn right at checkpoint 10 and 11, and you're back onto the same stretch of road that you've just been on. This time, however, you go straight on to checkpoint 12, and continue back along this road all the way to the end of where you've just came, essentially. So you know, you're going back along the opposite side to the road that you've just come up on. So past checkpoint 14, 15, 16, and then checkpoint 17 is right on the corner, on a very, very tight corner that gets you back onto the main checkpoint, and you go around the Life Invader offices and back to start another lap of the track. Now that is Kings of Los Santos. It has been inspired by the original Drag Kings of Liberty City, you could say, which was in GTA 4, and that had a similar style to it, where you would go all the way to down on one side of the road and then come back on the other side. And the most sort of interesting area of this track really is the bit that I'm going to show you now, and it's this sort of looping section. Now there aren't, from what I can remember, any looping races in GTA 5. At least land races like this. So this is going to be a really interesting dynamic to especially big races, because if you're in the lead, you could go back onto the main area of the track and start racing against people who are further down and behind you. And you know, people might want to turn right when you want to go straight on. So that will be a really interesting dynamic, especially with 16 people in the lobby. You know, it could just be a loop of people just going around that area. It's going to get quite hectic, and I think that'll make it quite a fun race, especially the bigger ones, but you know, even the smaller ones if you're far ahead or behind and things like that. So here's an actual lap, and as I said, you know, the first sort of straight, you don't have to do much, it's more of a drag race. Then you get to the first corners, and these are kind of wide corners, so again, there's not much braking that you need to do. Then you start getting, each corner generally gets a little bit tighter than the last really, and that's another interesting dynamic of the track. Up to this corner, which is probably the tightest, although this one might be quite tight to get back on. And when you're at this section, you could be in with other people who are further behind or in front of you, who have done the loop earlier or later than you. So then you come back straight on at that point, and then along back down the secondary straight, the back straight if you like. And then all the way back to the Life Invader offices. Then you do the last corner right around the very, very tight corner. I still haven't figured out how to do that the quickest yet. And then around back to the start finish line. So if you want to know how to get this, basically click the link down in the description and you should be taken to this page. When you get here, just go to the little yellow button there and it will say add to game. All you have to do is click that. When you boot up GTA Online, it'll be there for you and waiting for you. I will show you in a few seconds how to access it in GTA Online, but just under normal circumstances, if you click the go to GTA Online and choose jobs, then go to SC members, which is social club members, you come up with all the things that people have made. So I'm just going to add this random race to the game, and I'll show you where it ends up in a few seconds. But if you have any problems accessing my race by clicking the link down below, go to this page for social club members and click the little grey square on the right. Then in the tag search, type drag and enter, then Kings, then enter, then search, and it should come up with everything that matches Drag Kings, and the first one is obviously Drag Kings of Los Santos. Then you just click add to game, and there you go. So when you're in GTA Online, press start, head to online, and then go to jobs. Then go to host job, and then go down to bookmarked. Once you've clicked that, you'll see go to races, and then you'll see all the jobs that you've bookmarked in addition to any that you've added to the game from the social club as well. Now you do need a social club account to use all this, but you know, everyone should have one by now if you want a free elegy as well. So yeah, if you have any problems accessing the race, just let me know down below, and you know, let me know what you think of the race. I'd love to have you all have a go, and just let me know what you think, because it does seem like it could be quite an interesting race, and I'm obviously going to make a lot more as well. So you know, my races are generally going to be focused on land races and sort of, you know, more pure races, if you like, rather than massive jumps and gimmicks and things like that. But you know, we'll see how we go, and I'll also highlight some good races from other people as well. So yeah, this is basically the first race that I ever actually did on it. I hosted a race and managed to get 2 other people to join. I get in the lead nicely down the drag straight, but then I get absolutely whacked into the back going into the first corner, unfortunately. And it's like a bit of a battle now, because my car is sort of dragging a little bit to the left. I'm struggling to keep it in a straight line, and I'm a lot slower than what I would be. So at this point it's a little bit of a battle, and I make a mistake in the heat of the race on that section as well. So you know, it's quite an interesting dynamic. I know that he's going to try to go in the back of me, so I just move off to the left a little bit to miss him. But yeah, you know, this will be a really good race in my opinion with 16 people, especially the more laps that you do, because that looping section is just going to get crazy, and you're going to have to really think about where the other cars are and look at the mini map to make sure that you're not actually going to run into anyone else you might be a lap in front of them almost, and you know, you could still be affected by them. So it's going to be a really interesting dynamic. So yeah, this is basically the first race that I've done, and I managed to get a win, and people actually, the other 2 guys in this lobby liked it, but at the end of the race. So hopefully you'll like it as well. You know, give it a try, let me know what you think. If you do like it at the end of the race, you know, click like as you normally do for any other race, and let's see how it goes. You know, I'll be making a lot more of these, as I said, and each one I do make, I'll definitely be going for more for quality over quantity. I'm not just going to make, you know, 15-20 different races. I'm going to have, you know, 3 or 4 really good solid races, and do a video about each of them, and you know, take my time. And I certainly took my time with this one. You know, it took me quite a while, a couple of hours to do, in addition to the time that, you know, I'd planned out in the first instance, before the creator had even come out. So you know, I wanted to make sure all the checkpoints were in the right places, and you know, there's a few little hidden secrets in there as well for the areas that you might be able to use that you might want to find out. So yeah, that's basically my first race creation. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy the race if you do decide to play, and thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.